Good afternoon, everybody. PSI here. This video, I want to talk about how to spot trend days. Um, there's a few different ways that I've noticed over the years how to actually spot them. And in this case, since these past 2 days, I know today's not finished, but I mean, I'd be amazed if we dropped, heck, even at this point, even 10, 15 points on ES. But I want to show you guys how I've been able to spot them in the past and how I spotted both of these today. Um, I'll post my executions later at the end of the video. So I'm going to go back to yesterday's price action. In fact, I'm going to turn off my indicators briefly because I think it might clutter up the daytime a little bit. So one of the things I like to do before I even start the day is try to establish a daily bias of what's happening. So on the 30th, which was last Friday, last Thursday, we rejected this outside day, this bearish candle on the 29th. How do we reject? Well, we close right back into our multi-balance range. Multi-balance range being, for the past couple of weeks, we've been sitting in this range of, 75.30s all the way down to 74.15, give or take. Well, we rejected that close pretty well. And then on Friday, we saw a continuation towards the highs of the range. So immediately I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm going to have a slightly bullish lean, even though we're on the top of this range. I'm going to have a slightly bullish lean because if the bears were serious about selling here, they probably would have done it on Thursday instead of letting the bulls just come right back up into it, And they weren't. Obviously, this is looking more and more of a bear trap. So Monday, yesterday, when we open up a little bit of a gap above, and it is a tiny gap, tiny RTH gap, literally a point or two, but it is a gap. That is one of the signs, right? So sign number one, potential trend day, is that we open up on a gap. Okay, I'm going to drill down to the 5-minute chart. Then I'm going to go back, show you the gap here. So literally the 35.41 was Friday's close, and then the open, right, was 75.46. We went as low as 75.42. So literally a point and a tick. That is the gap. Still a gap, no matter how small it is, as long as it doesn't touch, right? Still a gap. I'm gonna put on these indicators again against this volume profile that I have on here with the 20-day expansion moving average. But anyway, I'm gonna turn on my executions briefly. I'm not saying I took a ton of points or anything, but I did take some points. So um, I have a level here at 75.6450, which is one of the weekly highs. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, one of the weekly highs. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm really not trying to initiate a trade first off without being in some sort of level. Okay, somewhere close or doing something with it. So for this buy, again, was my first clue. We have a bull gap. And then I see a wick. I mean, there's just no pullback on these first 3 5-minute candles. And I know, or I don't know, but I have a feeling we're going to go test this point of control, which this is the volume point of control from April 1st to this week. I have the composite profile here on my hourly chart, and that's the range that I did it, and that is the highest point that we've highest volume traded that we've had since April 1st all year. Okay, and I have a feeling that we're going to want to go and test that. It's the most fair price that we've seen since the first. It's a very natural way to test it, very natural price to test. So when I get long here, that is my target. Now, what's my stop? Well, to put it simply, my stop is below this 5-minute candle, but it's also at a maximum 8 points. I bought 63. I was willing to risk up to 8 points, which is below this 5-minute candle. So I was rewarded pretty well. I did not take it to the point of control, mostly due to fear, if we're being honest. I felt pretty good with my 10 points here, and then I scalped a little trade here just for a couple extra points, and then for the rest of the day I was done. But I will say, Clue number one, if there's a gap, we could be heading for a trend day. Second clue, I'm going to take off my plots here, is your 30-minute chart. So if you take a look at this 30-minute chart, if you're at all familiar with, like a TPO chart. If not, I won't explain a TPO chart. You can just go look at any YouTube video for that, but I will explain what I'm looking at on this 30-minute chart. So if there's no pullback on the 30-minute chart, right? Look at where is it at? It doesn't really exist. If there's no pullback by this bar, this third bar in, so an hour and a half in, we probably have a trend day, and we need to figure out a way to get long, right? I'm not saying that we need to get long first candle at all, first 30-minute candle, and then you hold for like some sort of major trend day. But I will say that if we are showing no signs of a pullback, we have to figure out a way to get long. So like you can get long on a tail here, get long on a tail here. Any sort of mini consolidation, like it's really short on this 5-minute chart, but this 10-minute consolidation that we have here, very long, right? Even up here later in the day, if you wanted to wait a little bit longer, around afternoon on Central Time, this consolidation here, it's a fair long. If you wanted to wait till the EMA caught up, that's fine. You can long it here, and then you still are making money. You know, those are the two biggest signs to me that we're having a trend day. Is this 30-minute chart, and do we have a gap? And if there's and the last one being again, like if we're not getting, if our pullbacks are so shallow, then we just have to find a way to get on with the trend. Most often for me, that's going to be finding consolidation and then just having to trust in the trend, because the risk is actually very very small usually, and the probability is pretty high. So it's good. I don't want to veer off the topic too much. This will be the last thing I say. I see some people going, wow, we were so bearish, or it's a flash crash or whatever. But I mean, honestly, one, we're day traders. Doesn't really matter. Two, when you have a big bear trap right here, I don't know what we're trying to sell. To be honest, I've said it in Discord quite a bit. I don't think anybody who watches these videos or in the Discord will like try and find the video or the message. Jesus Christ. Where I'm at right here, right? Like I will not be taking any shorts until something changes, right? I mean, I just think if you're trying to short new all-time highs or trying to short here, you're just begging to get run over. Personally, I'd rather just have the easy trades. Anyway, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you for the next video.